It's Mother's Day weekend here in Maryland, Zone 7B, and this is the traditional weekend that I would be putting plants in the ground. However, we have some weather and some cold temps coming up that I'm a little concerned about with my warm weather crops, so I'm going to push it off just a few days until that has cleared. But right now, the garden is still producing. Let's show you what it looks like before everything goes in. We call this our main garden because this is the first garden that we had when we moved onto the property. We have since expanded quite a bit, but let me show you what's going on here. These were stunted by the cold, but they seem to have started to grow again, which is great because I was a little concerned that I might not get peace this year. And this is a volunteer cilantro that we have here, and it's starting to bolt because this is actually from last fall, and I guess the seeds were reseeded from last fall's cilantro, and it went right into here. I don't actually mind the bolted cilantro like I would the lettuce. I still will eat this just fine, and I'll put it in salsa. It doesn't taste any different to me. So I'm gonna harvest this really soon before it starts to go to seed production. I already have a couple of cilantro plants that are in the middle of seed production, so I'll have plenty of seed to be able to spread around when I need it. I have some brassicas here, I have some cabbage over on this side, and then I have some cauliflower over here. This cauliflower is called Romanesco, and it's a really cool green head that kind of comes up like a pyramid. It's beautiful. I will say this is the healthiest plant that I have ever grown of Romanesco, so I'm really hopeful that I'll actually get a pretty good harvest this year. These side beds that are over here usually either have peppers or tomatoes in them, and they're on the other side of these raspberries. This big raspberry cane actually went underneath the fence and grew to this size. I typically take those canes out of these beds because I want to use this space for the peppers and tomatoes, but I thought that this was big enough and it was healthy enough that I would keep it for this, just for this season. But it's already showing some buds here. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be getting raspberries really soon. This variety is called Heritage, and it's a big red raspberry. I bet within a month I'll be getting big red raspberries from these. This bed here was a project that I did with my children just a few days ago, where we removed most of the pansy plants that had volunteered here. Just in those last few days, I already see some more pansies that have popped up, which I'm not surprised by, but I will have to remove them along with this volunteer cilantro that's here because I'm going to be putting a whole bunch of sweet peppers in just a few days. This is my strawberry patch, my original strawberry patch, and I've had to replace a lot of the plants over the years, but they do shoot out runners that kind of does that for me, and they multiply. But I was a little worried last year when the bed kind of took a turn for the worse, and it got not only did it get really weedy, but it also got some kind of disease, and the plants were not looking great. But a lot of the plants have made a huge comeback, and I've also added some new plants this year as well. And I'm really, really excited because they even went through a hard freeze just a few weeks ago, and yet I'm harvesting strawberries every day the last couple of days. And I harvested strawberries this morning, and none of these berries were ripe, and this one right here is ripe already. So it's just taken a couple of hours for these strawberries to ripen, and I'm really glad that they pulled through. Even though I have another patch, this patch is a little more meaningful for me because it was the first thing I planted in this garden. This is my broccoli bed, and this year they look so incredibly healthy. I have been really, really excited this year. Broccoli is one of my absolute favorite vegetables, and they are stronger and healthier than anything I've ever grown. I think I'm gonna get an earlier harvest, and I think I'm gonna get a bigger harvest. And the thing that I have done differently this year than I've done in past years has been adding Revitasoil into the soil before I plant. It has to be, it's the only thing that I've done differently, and these plants just look amazing. I'm even starting to see a couple of heads of broccoli form, so I know that harvest is coming really soon. It wouldn't be spring without radishes and lettuce greens, And this year, everything is doing really well, and I think that's because it's been colder here in Maryland than it normally is, so everything is really, really thriving. These radishes are beautiful, and this lettuce is super thick and coming in really strong. I haven't harvested any of this lettuce yet, but I know that that's coming really soon. Last year, I didn't get very much arugula at all, and I was able to harvest a whole bunch this morning. So I think a strawberry arugula salad is in my future for sure. This speckled lettuce right here is called flashy trout's back, and I think that's because it's supposed to look like the back of a trout. I don't know what the back of a trout looks like, but I'm assuming it looks like this. This lettuce is so yummy, and it keeps coming back. The more that I harvest from it, the more the plant will put out, and I'm so excited. I didn't get as many of these plants as I usually do, so I'm gonna have to savor each one that I get. In Maryland, hardneck garlic does the best, in my opinion, and hardneck garlic also produce scapes, which I think is just bonus garlic. I planted these in October. They lasted all throughout our super cold, harsh winter this year, and they are very tall and healthy. I think I'm gonna be getting scapes probably by the end of May, and I cannot wait. Those are my favorite. I love to use them instead of garlic, and I love garlic scape pesto. I'm very excited. This bed definitely needs to be weeded. However, this is my onion bed, and I thought that these onions had been killed off by the freezes many, many times. So the fact that I'm seeing so many of them coming up is very, very hopeful. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure they're gonna be ready to harvest in the middle to end of June like last year's onions were. I feel like last year's onions were so much bigger and so much more hardy by this time. So it's really just a waiting game at this point to see if my onions are gonna make it and I'm gonna get a harvest before they start to bolt in the heat. This bed has peas, that's why these poles are here, and kohlrabi, and these are Brussels sprouts. Again, Revita soil is really helping, making sure that these plants are just as healthy as they possibly can. You can't really see because the leaves are so big and healthy, but there is a kohlrabi bulb underneath each one of these plants over here. And I am new to kohlrabi. This is the second season that I've had it growing in my garden, and I think I'm gonna have it every single season that I can from now on because it is a very, very underrated vegetable. My whole family loves it. It's really versatile in the kitchen, so I'll be growing kohlrabi from now on for sure. So that was our main garden, and I know all the beds are not quite filled yet, but they will be very soon. Now we're heading over to another part of our yard where the blueberries and the asparagus lives. But before we get there, we're actually gonna head over here to this old potato cart that has been on the property since Annie McCoy has ever lived on this property. When we bought the property from my in-laws a few years ago, this potato cart here was actually all the way in the back of our property, and we moved it up here. I wanted to keep it and repurpose it because it is a piece of history of this land. It's been on the property since maybe 1970, and it used to have huge containers here where you were able to put all of your potato harvests into these containers, and then it would be able to move from patch to patch. Now I'm actually planting potatoes in here. I've hooked up some containers that are hanging on the sides. They probably need to be replaced pretty soon, but this has been a really great way to get an extra potato harvest in with also tying in a little bit of the history. This is one of 2 asparagus patches, and it's really being taken over by weeds. That's on our checklist of things that we need to do in order to prepare it for the summer and fall. These asparagus spears are now going to seed, which is what we want to see. And as you can see, this one is like 2.5, 3 feet tall over here. And it will get even bigger, and it will become a big frond and put out seeds so that it can spread that way. And it will also spread underneath with the crown and the roots. We're calling this Blueberry Corner, and this is one of my original blueberry bushes. It's still producing a lot. Had to protect them with these wire cages, and we're hoping that these blueberries here will ripen enough that we can get them before the birds do. But that's always the next struggle. Blueberries are one of the harder things that I grow because it is a very, very heavy pest damage plant. I'm in the pepper field, our biggest garden that we have on the property, and as you can see, I have soil in this bed, and we're getting ready to add tomatoes and peppers and all kinds of other things. Mother's Day weekend is the traditional time to plant here in Maryland, so check back in to see what we're doing and see the growth and the progress that we make.